far away. So, now you do this.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Norman and Friends. So this is a live cooking demo. I'm live with my friends from all over Europe, from Germany, not yet from Germany, from Netherlands definitely, from UK, and also from France. Okay, so I'm still finding like the friends from Germany that I'm gonna go live in future with. So this live is about 60 minutes. So we're gonna be introducing two dishes. For 60 minutes, and if you miss this out, you can always just catch up on our YouTube and also Facebook as well. Yeah. So and then also at the same time we're going live on Instagram. So that's the deal that I'm trying to make with Nora. So Nora, I'm just gonna welcome you now. So how are you?
Hi Norman, great to be here with you. Finally we can see each other again. I was looking forward to this so much because as we just said, we saw each other a year ago. And this is the first time we kind of get together again for cooking, like we did 1 year ago when and cooking in person is so much nicer. But this is okay too. This is great. I can see you. We can cook. You in your kitchen, I'm in mine.
I know. Well, just in my humble kitchen, your kitchen is more beautiful. But I'm going to do a quick introduction first. After this, I'm going to get Nora to introduce herself because she's done amazing work in the past. And yeah, so basically about this work, this show is a 60-minute show. In this 60-minute, we're going to be introducing two dishes, one each. And Nora are going to tell you where she's uploading her recipe. So with mine, you have to join my newsletter. So the recipes will go out into my newsletter next week. And then again, for the whole purpose about this show is to inspire all of you. I'm sure, many of you are stuck at home, and hopefully something simple dishes like this gonna get you cooking in the kitchen. Okay, so Nora, when you're ready, you can introduce yourself. Let all the people around the world get to know you.
I love to. Well, my name is Nora French. I was born and bred in Berlin, and I've been living in the beautiful Netherlands now for about 16 years. And in the past few years, I took up my passion of healthy cooking, and I've written 3 cookbooks, which of course I have handy lying here. This is my latest one, the Blender book. It's all about how you make beautiful food using a blender. My first book was Healthy Fast Food, Gezond Fast Food. And that came out in 2018. So it's the last 3 years I produced a book each year, which was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. Okay. And then my book, Yoppie, Het Kookboek, that came out in 2019. And that's where we're cooking my dish from today. So it will come from my second cookbook. And this is a dish that I really, really enjoy making a lot. So I'd like to share with everybody because, I'll eat it nearly every week.
I know this is something that we're going to keep mentioning to all the viewers, and if they want to find out more about you, so I mean, you have a website, perhaps you want to tell the viewers?
I have a website that's norafrench.com or norafrench.nl.
Okay.
And the recipe that we are doing today is online already, so you can check it out there and make it yourself. Yeah.
Good. So again, what we want, we expect after this, to many of you to create the noise. I mean, if you're on the Facebook, do share this on your Facebook page. Yeah, so get all your friends to get to know us and then also inspire you. And then so don't forget to follow us. So on Nora's Instagram, Facebook, and also for mine, I have YouTube channel as well. So where the recorded version is going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel after this. Yeah. So is there anything else that you want to tell the viewers about yourself? About your...
I'll better get cooking, and I'll talk about that I'm cooking.
Yeah, we can. So what's going to happen is Nora's going to be cooking first, and then after this, while she's cooking, I'm going to read out any questions that you have So yes, I'm going to read out for her, and then when my turn to cook, she will read out all the questions. So do keep busy on the keyboard, and then get yourself busy, and then again share with your friends.
And so if you have any questions also while I'm preparing something about the things I'm preparing, please ask them. Norman will read them out to me, and I will answer because I can multitask.
Go for it.
Yes, right. I just see that the Instagram view is not perfect in terms of that you don't see my chopping board. I will try to lift things up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, but I'll also explain. But I see my friend Marinka is coming up and helping me a little bit with the view of the Instagram. So yes, she will do the... Yes, I'll just show her. Come, Marinka, come say hello. There she is. All right, come this way, come this way. There's Marinka. Hi. Marinka makes beautiful pastry and cakes, all healthy and whole food. And she's one of my best friends, and she's here today. So that's perfect. Okay. Yes. How wonderful. Well, really nice that they're there too. Okay, shall we get started? So the dish I'm making today, because it's a Dutch cookbook, it has also a Dutch name. So it's a spinach egg wrap filled with lots of yummy vegetables. And it's a low carb wrap. And I'm all into healthy food. So I've got really a passion about health and healthy cooking, and that's why I really kind of got into this. And I was wondering always, are there alternatives for bread and for sandwiches? And, especially in the Netherlands, we eat a lot of bread. And bread can be tasty and great, but I think it's nice also to have alternatives. And that's why I think like a low-carb approach to food, so sometimes you eat something with less carbohydrates, can be very healthy. It's also more filling. And so I make this really, really tasty dish. And how will I start? Let's check it out. I've got my beautiful glass bowl here. And you'll start by using eggs. And I can't really do the eggs as you professional chefs do. I look really silly when I do. You do it with one hand. If I try that, the whole egg ends up in here. That's really... Yeah. So where do you actually learn that, how to crack an egg so professionally? Norman? Yay! Oh, wow. Fantastic. So look, I've now got all my eggs in the bowl, and I will just sift them up. So it's in fact really, really simple. All you do to prepare this dish is just crack up your eggs. You will add spinach, and look how much spinach is going into my egg wrap. A lot. Exactly. So my mission is always, how can I get more vegetables into the food I'm eating? And this is 100 grams of spinach, but it is quite a volume. And you might not think that the eggs and the spinach, there's like too much spinach for that little eggs, but it will work out. So don't be scared. But it will take some chopping. So I'm now chopping the spinach, it's of course washed. And I do that in little tranches. So it's baby spinach. I like using spinach in lots of dishes and smoothies, but also in in things like frittatas or this egg wrap. And I just chop it roughly. So, it doesn't have to win a beauty contest. It's there to be healthy and eaten. And, I'm actually not such an elegant cook in terms of presentation. For me, it's always, it has to taste good and it has to be ready quickly. That's why I'm into like, also the idea of healthy fast food. It has to be healthy and it has to go fast. So I'm just chopping the spinach. Sorry. Yeah, I love being active. So I go running. I love yoga. I love going to classes, Zumba classes also. So I like to be, do many different things. I go for walks. I run up and down the stairs. I've got 3 kids, and they ask, "Mommy, get this. Mommy, get that." So they keep me. Yeah, so they keep me really busy. Yeah, and since recently, I also count my steps. Do you count your steps? How many steps? Okay.
To go for a run. Yeah. So.
And do you make your 10,000 a day?
Not yet. I think after cooking today, maybe I can. I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a walk again after cooking. So yeah.
No, I find that hugely motivating. So since I track my steps, I just walk more. And if I don't make my daily goal, I'll make sure I go out again, or one more up and down the house. That works.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
So what I've done now, I've added the spinach to the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I give it a little swirl. And you see that the egg mixture will take up all the leaves.
Yeah.
So some people like to blend it all together. So you get like this idea of a very green dragon pancake situation. But I like to keep some texture. And that's why I just roughly chop the spinach. So it doesn't need to. But you see the egg is catching up. So you get a thick kind of, mixture. And I'll add cheese. I'm crazy about cheese. Because cheese, this is old cheese. It adds flavor. It's just such a beautiful, for me, it's more like adding salt. I add cheese. Because I think it makes dishes more tasty. So
is there any specific type of cheese that you use?
I like the old Dutch cheese, that's really nearly falling apart. Okay, but I also like the French cheeses. I love goat cheese, halloumi. I like the Greek cheese.
Oh, halloumi is very good, yeah.
Really love halloumi. Good. I like to roast it in the oven and then have it with an apple or a little bit of balsamico.
Gosh, that sounds very good already.
That's for the next show, Norman.
But unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of like a very smelly cheese, like a goat cheese, or I think the one in the UK is even stronger. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, the cheddar.
Cheddar. Is it cheddar or it's like
I don't know, the old. Yeah, no. See,
something smells like very rotten, like a.
Stilton is stinky.
Yeah.
Do you mean Stilton?
Oh, Stilton, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, that's the blue cheese.
I was like.
So I add all the cheese. Look, beautiful, 100 grams. And I'll mix it again. And so, the easiest way to get a really thin omelette or a really thin wrap is to bake it in the oven. Because if you try pan, all this flipping and things go wrong and mix it up, then you've got scrambled eggs. And I'm trying to be practical.
Yeah.
As always.
That's
and I'm just showing how we're mixing now a bit more.
Yeah.
So not the most attractive thing, but it's
it looks good already to me, like a nice and green. Yeah.
So what I will do now, I'll get the oven is already preheated, 180 degrees.
Okay.
And I will get an oven dish. I'm using the whole, how do you call that actually?
Okay. It's a grease paper, the baking sheet. Is it?
Yeah, baking. Yeah. This is the baking tray. And I put some, I like to use baking paper on most things because most of the things I cook are gluten-free. And then they tend to stick to tins and everything. And I don't like that. So if you use baking paper, just gives an extra and easier way and also less cleaning. And I pour.
That's a very good tip, yeah. I mean, I like the idea about you baking it instead of like frying it. Actually, it's a really good idea. So,
yeah. because it just the chances of things are going wrong are bigger.
Yeah.
When you try to do them in the pan, is my experience. I do, you know, that's why I really love using the oven, because it's such a simple. And I'm not really a very trained chef like you. You know, I do more by intuition.
Look, I'm a self-taught chef, okay? I do still do make mistakes in the
But
kitchen.
you worked in restaurants, and you still work in restaurants, you know.
Yeah,
so
I think that kind of it's a hard work, I must say. But I'm glad that I did that. Yeah. So so
what I
someone
will
just
do is
Richard.
now I will put
Go
this
for it.
egg mixture. So what I've done is 8 eggs, 100 grams of spinach, which now beautifully kind of became one with the egg mixture, and cheese, 100 grams of. Oh yeah, and I nearly forgot a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
For people who like pepper, I do like pepper. Adds a little bit, and a tiny little bit of salt. But the cheese already added some salt, so you don't need too much. Okay. And what I do now is I pour the whole mixture on the baking tray. That you can lift up a bit.
Okay, just a quick reminder to everyone's watching on Facebook. Don't forget to share this on your Facebook page if you want to, so you can get your friends to watch us as well. So this is live, by the way. Yeah, and then we have Richard watching from Manchester. That's my friend actually, Richard Kwa, watching from Manchester. We have a lot of people from UK watching. Yeah, so
that's great.
And then the others, I mean, you need to tell us where you're watching from.
You know, we've got I've got a very close tie to the UK because my husband's British, and I went to university there.
Oh, wow.
A long time ago, though.
So you have a bit of a Dutch, a bit of a British, a bit of a German.
Yeah, so I'm very European. And I've got this thing between the 3 countries, so Germany, England, and the Netherlands. And I have to say, I feel very at home in all of them. So what I'm doing is now.
Okay, sorry, go
no,
for
sorry,
it.
You speak languages? Yeah, I speak all the languages.
Great, beautiful.
Yeah, well, that just happened, and I really like languages, so it's not. I really enjoy. If I am somewhere, I really want to kind of get into the culture, and then it's easier if you speak the language.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And while we've chatted, look what I've done. Can you see? I'm lifting it up. I've created, and I'm getting a bit closer, so you can see.
You can show it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing it.
See, that's something that you want to achieve by using the frying pan, isn't it? So that's a very good tip for you there.
So you spread out the whole mixture over the whole baking tin. It becomes thin, and it will not change its structure that much. You know, if you did it in a pan, it will just move everywhere. And here you don't have that. So I will put that in the oven now. Yeah. There it goes.
Good.
6 seconds. And Norman, guess what? I have a surprise.
Go for it. Let's have a look what's your surprise. Wait. But how long do you actually have to bake this then?
Yeah, not a lot of time. So you put it in the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. 15. And sometimes, I mean, you must, you're more experienced, seen probably more ovens, but...
Stop saying that.
I keep saying it, I will not stop. No, but sometimes, ovens vary. So 180 for one is a very different story for another kind of oven. So you just have to keep trying. For me, it's like this is at 180 is perfect. And because it's very thin, and the egg will actually see here. So it's a very thin layer of egg, and the egg will just be fine with 15 minutes. So you don't need a long baking time.
Yeah, I mean, so just to recall, I mean, what ingredients are going into that kind of a?
So we have 100 grams of spinach. We have 8 eggs, 100 grams of cheese, and with a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's all.
Wow.
And you just mix it. You just chop the spinach roughly, mix it all together, and that's it. So it's no science or anything behind it. It's very simple.
That's kind of a revolution. It's like the way you introduce it. It's amazing how it's done.
And
No
really
oil
is.
at all.
It's ready now. And this is the basis for our 4 wraps. So we're cutting for 4 people. This is lunch or even dinner, breakfast, if you're brave.
Supper, late supper, who knows?
Yes. Yeah, I actually like eating vegetables and eggs for breakfast.
Yeah.
Because what it does, I find them very filling. And you know, if I have a long day and I need to be, you know, active for a lot of time, and I know there's not enough time to eat lunch, for example, then I just have eggs for breakfast, and they will carry me through the day without even getting hungry sometimes. So it's perfect. If, you know, I'm a fan of smoothies and smoothie bowls, but this is the second option I usually go for. So what I do now is I will cut. Maybe my link is tilting a bit more. I'm cutting the wrap in 4 pieces. So, yeah.
That looks so pretty.
Look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's why I love not completely chopping the spinach up. Because it kind of still, you know, you see the texture and a little bit of the cheese.
You wouldn't get that kind of texture if you blend it all together.
No, it's different. Yeah, it becomes a bit more gummy, you know.
Yeah.
So what I do is, so you have a pretty side. That's a pretty side, and you have a not so pretty side.
Okay.
So what we do is, of course, we will use the not so pretty side to put our toppings in here, our filling. So in the end, then we can roll it up, and we keep the outside.
Great.
That's what I'm going to do now. And of course, the fillings for the filling options. Here we go. The filling options for a wrap like this are endless. So it depends on what you like, what kind of vegetables you like. And it's again a great way of including more vegetables in your diet. But what I like is I've got some cream cheese here. There's the cheese again.
Richard and Trisha just say that, Norman, I think we can use Chinese chive instead of spinach. Is that possible, Nora? Yeah.
You can, and I will actually use some chive. Look at this beauty.
There we go. I remember that chive. that's from the show last year.
Yeah, I know for last time. I always have chives in my house.
It's your trademark. It's your
signature
or something, is it?
They're great over salads or anything like crackers or over rice dishes, vegetables. Chives always work. But
Francis just joined us to say hello. Says looks delicious. I'm just
thank you, Francis.
And then we have the chef coach, and then so coach. He was I think it was a runner-up for MasterChef UK. So he just watches from UK as well. So
fantastic.
Nice to see you and meet Nora. Yeah. So perhaps in future we'll invite him to join us to do this live show.
Yeah, this is such fun, Norman. I really think this is the future of cooking.
Yeah. We don't need TV show anymore, so we need this.
Yeah, just share, good dishes with your friends. Love doing it. So what I've now do, I just spread some cream cheese on the back side, of the less pretty side of the wrap. But you can use any kind of spread. You could use pesto, or maybe whatever you like spreading.
I know for Malaysia, they're probably going to put some chilies. Yeah, not jam. That's like lots of sugar and everything.
Or like maybe like chili. Guacamole would work really well.
Which one, sorry?
Guacamole, the avocado spread.
Guacamole, yeah, avocado. That's
so anything that you can make vegetable spreads.
Let's set the challenge here. So let's for all the viewers, they're gonna cook this. Okay, do this amazing Nora's recipe. They're gonna tag you with their creativity. Yeah. So let's do that. So they're gonna tag you and then tag me. So we're gonna see who's doing a good
That's a very great idea.
Yeah, let's do that. So let's create a bit of a get everyone busy in the kitchen.
We will pick 3 winners. Yeah. and they will get a copy of this book.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So
It's a spontaneous kind of win action. So what
okay,
you say?
so what we're gonna do, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a week for everyone. I'm sure after this everyone's gonna be
A week from
watching
now.
the recorded version. Yeah. So you have a week to work on this. A week is enough for them, or you need 2 weeks? Is that okay?
A week is enough. Let's say a week. Prepare the dish, and you can be creative. Just add your kind of own spin to it. Use your kind of toppings. And then we will pick 3 winners, and they will get the book. Excellent idea.
There you go.
Okay.
Signed copy from Nora. Yeah. Signed copy from Nora. Yeah. Signed cookbook.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. So what we do now is we will add filling. And what I said, adding vegetables is a great way. What you can do here. And I'm a huge fan of, people would add salad leaves, and it's also great to use salad in your wraps. But sometimes they can take up a lot of space and make it also a bit squashy and squishy, and things are hanging out of the wrap. And I just try to find alternatives. So what we use a courgette. And I love courgettes because courgettes are really dense in nutrients. They contain a lot of water, and also the taste of courgette is really neutral. So I also
from the market. Okay, you won. Okay,
I got you. I win.
I'll let you too. Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah.
It's just like comedy, like trolls, like.
There are not a lot of things I never run out of. Courgettes are one of them. So I would always have a lot of. It's like I'm shooting, or I will always have a lot of courgettes in my fridge. Next to always have a beautiful chive or knife.
Yeah, that's a signature of Nora.
Which makes like a beautiful combination of food.
Yeah. Gods watching from Munich. So we have Gods watching from Munich. Remember Gods? Gods that went live with us on the cooking session with Queen. Remember? Gods from Munich. Well, God say something in German to Nora anyway, so she would understand what you say.
Ja, ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Das ist kein Problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my mother tongue, but I haven't spoken German on a daily basis. Although I speak German to my children, but not professionally. So sometimes, when I'm, it's funny because you must know that with language, the language you use, then some dominates your head, and then suddenly you don't get the words anymore.
Yeah,
do you have that?
It's like me talking to my friends that we mix language, English and Malay.
Yeah.
So
exactly. You end up in a very strange sentences.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, let's continue with beautiful courgettes.
You continue with that. Yeah.
Also known as zucchini, one of my favorite vegetables. Actually, in fact, I would call it a superfood because they're so available. They're so, you can buy them all year round, and they're just beautiful food with lots of good stuff in them. So I just chop off the end. And what we do is I will just rasp the courgette.
Okay. So just grated it.
Yeah, grating is the word. Sorry, I said rasp.
Oh, sorry.
Grating is a much better word for.
Well, Nora, you have to read all the comments that we have. Unfortunately, we can only keep the comment on Facebook and YouTube, but not on the Instagram. So, but I've read out many of the comments to you. So we have Tales of Abri watching from Kuala Lumpur says hello, and then Yus Ahmad, hello, lovely people. So
hello.
Yeah.
What's the time in Kuala Lumpur right now?
I think it's 10 o'clock now, so it's 3 o'clock here, so it's 7 hours different there. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So then,
Gods just type something in German for you, so you have to read. I'm not going to read out for you. Can you read that? What does it say? It's like, hi everyone, Servus Nora, ich bin in Berliner in Munchen ist Munich. Is it Munchen?
Ein Berliner, ja. Ja, ich bin auch ein Berliner.
Yeah.
Ein Berliner in München. Oh yeah, that's
so we have Alan watching from London. So Alan was with May last 2 weeks ago. So cooking from London. So so we have courgette. What else are you
got? The brass that I also lifted up just a little bit for our Instagram viewers. the grated courgette, which I will now distribute over the wraps. And oh yeah, and Malinka just reminded me that, you know, there's so much chatting. I forgot my topping, but that can be added at any time. Today I will use some smoked salmon, you know, as an extra filling.
Great.
I like salmon a lot. You know, it has lots of good fats in it, omega-3s, and it's just a nice addition to, you know. But you could use extra cheese again, or whatever kind of topping you put on your sandwich. And yeah, I just really like smoked salmon. I try to prefer wild smoked salmon. I know they're a bit more expensive, but you know, that's wild, hasn't eaten any antibiotics, and the meat is different. I mean, you buy a lot of fish, you know that, you know, salmon can look very different. You know, this is very beautiful pink. And the darker the salmon, the better, really, because you don't want to see these fatty stripes in it too much. Yeah. From a health perspective.
Good.
And then,
sorry, I'm gonna carry on with cooking. I'm not gonna interrupt you, otherwise I'm gonna keep interrupting you. Go on, you get on with the cooking. So
no, it's just
because we have so many comments, like it's wonderful, it's busy, so we have to do that. This okay? Yeah. Salad.
Okay, so what I've done, and I just finished up again. So here's my filling coming together nicely, and now I get my most challenging vegetable for me is cutting a red pepper. Do you have any tips and tricks? I just need a sharp knife. 1 second.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So
sharp knife.
Okay.
So
what I normally do is you cut from the sides. So that means
the sides.
So both sides. So get as much as you can, so without wasting it. Yeah. And then the same. I don't know how much. Yeah. So and then you can just remove the seeds.
That will do. That will do.
Yeah, and then you can just cut it into strips.
Parts.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of so do you want to cut it into strips, or you cut it dice?
I will cut very thin strips. So you can then place them on the wrap and then roll it up.
Yeah, that's another way of doing it. So normally I cut like on the sides. So that means you get 4 sides. Okay. And then, so that means you don't have to remove the stalk in the middle.
All right. But, you know, this looks good now. So thank you for the tip, you know, live and learn.
Happy to share with you. Yeah.
I used to do it in a very complicated way, you know, just go this, cut this.
Oh, yeah. I think that's
not really handy. No, then you end up with all these pulp and
the way I introduced to you is the more like saving time, so it's a lot quicker to cut it that way.
Yeah, that's it. But like that, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting very thin kind of stripes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will place them on top of the wrap, like that.
Yeah.
And again, here you can, you know, just be creative with the filling. For some people who don't like red pepper, which in fact, as you probably know, has more vitamin C than an orange. It's one of the greatest sources of vitamin C. And especially red peppers are very rich in vitamin C and also have a lot of antioxidants. It's a great vegetable.
Yes, definitely. So while you carry on with that, I'm just reading out more comments. It's like all the friends like watching. It's like there's Yaz watching from Malaysia. Say hello, and then Kat Leila, she said, "What's cooking? Beautiful chef." That's for you, I think, not for me. So I don't look beautiful today.
Oh, yes, you do.
She didn't use plural. She just used chef. Okay, so I think that's for you, not for me. Yeah, Kalela, if you're watching, is that for both of us or is that just for Nora? Just winding her up anyway. Okay.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So what I've got now, I've got these 2 wraps from the other side, nicely filled. I've loaded them quite heavily, so I hope I'll be able to roll them up properly because I'll still have to look pretty.
I think the viewers on the Instagram can't really see when you're rolling that.
Oh yeah,
maybe
they can't.
Can
so I will now.
Yeah.
No, you have to look. More.
That's
Yeah, like
that's
that.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm now rolling up
Wow.
And you have to press it a little bit, you know, but that's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you could now cut it again, or just serve it straight away. Look at it.
Wow.
There you go. Don't roll me off.
Oh.
And I of course I have two. So I roll out the second one as well.
Yeah, Layla just said that it's just for Nora, that beautiful chef, not for me.
Oh.
Sorry, so it's okay.
Oh.
Unfriend. No, I wouldn't do that to Layla. She's such a beautiful lady.
You know,
like,
no, what I just realized, and look at these beauties.
Wow.
Do you know
That's
what we forgot?
beautiful.
What I forgot?
Yeah.
My
Oh,
chives.
no, you can garnish on top if you want
That's
to.
a good idea. Garnish on top.
Yeah.
So my very practical way of doing it, I don't know whether you do that like that as well. I just cut it off with a scissor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that allowed in the kitchen, or is that?
Yes, of course. No. I do that with my chicken as well when I'm too lazy to use chopping board.
I've done it
Not
with
for
pizza
professional
before. Oh
chefs.
no, I don't eat pizza. No, but I've done it with pizza before.
Yeah.
You know, just cut them up with a scissor.
Yeah.
Makes life easier.
Oh yeah, that's another sentence of Dutch that I can speak Dutch well. Mag ik een pizza met tonijn alsjeblieft?
Oh.
Well, hang on, the pizza I always have it the healthy one, the one with the cauliflower base. So that's very good actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they say that, but I think it's not really. I don't know. They probably just mix it with something else.
Dat is heel lekker, Norman.
Yeah. Thank you.
Klinkt heel lekker. Okay, but there we go. Voila.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay.
So we've got the egg wrap filled with veggies.
Beautiful.
And whatever you want to include in your filling, you know, you can be really creative. Yes. And the recipe is for 4 people. I've just made 2 wraps now, and the other, you know, what was left is done here. What you can also do, what I find very handy, is cook once, eat twice. So you can keep them in the fridge.
True, yeah. You can keep, how long do you think it will last in the fridge then?
Yeah, I would not do more than 2 days. So cook today, eat tomorrow.
Okay.
But they're really good for on the road to go.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So you know, you just have them in your lunchbox, and and you can even have them without any filling, because they can become a bit mushy and, you know, watery, and you don't want that.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm gonna start cooking with mine, but before I do that, two things that perhaps you can remind the viewers. Okay, so the first one is where to get the recipe, the one that you just did, the dish that you did, and the second, mention about the competition again that you just created online just now. Go for it.
We'll do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the recipe of my dish today. So this is egg spinach wraps with filling and lots of vegetables that are so good for you. You can find on my website. norafrench.com or norafrench.nl. We just uploaded it, so it's there. And that's great because you can access it and make the recipe and then post it, preferably on Instagram, tag me, and then we will choose 3 winners of a week's time.
3 winners, not 1, 3, yeah?
3 winners who will then get a signed copy of my cookbook. It doesn't matter where they live in the world.
So let's just remind everyone. So you have to tag Nora and also tag me just in case, like, so.
Yes.
And then,
so I'm on Instagram, Nora French.
Yeah.
Obviously, we are on Instagram now. So they, you know, your followers can find me on your channel. And wat zeg je?
Recepts in Nederlands.
Yeah, the recipe.
The recipe is in Netherlands, so they can use Google Translate. It's
exactly, that's what I was going to say. Google Translate is smashing. I use it all the time when I don't.
This is very simple. They can watch this again and then they can just pick up very easily.
So, but it's quite a simple recipe as well. So you will understand it just by reading or just copy paste it in Google Translate, and you'll be very happy.
Okay, great. So one last thing I want the viewers to do before I start cooking, give lots of love, thumbs like to Nora now. Okay, so let's give as many as you can. Click that love button and everything for that amazing dish that she just cooked. I'm going to try that definitely because like that's an easier way of cooking, making like a pancake, your pancake style. Yeah?
One big pancake.
Right, I'm gonna start cooking with mine now. So we have about like about 20 minutes or so. Yeah. So there you go.
Perfect.
So
Nora,
lots of
I
love
will
that
take
coming.
over reading the comments.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show you all the ingredients that I have here. So this is a chicken in coriander sauce. You've got colorful like love that. I'm gonna get you to read all the comments. I'm not gonna do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna be slow on my cooking. So I have here chicken thigh. Yeah. So chicken thigh here, and then this is the 40 gram of coriander with stock. Yeah. So I've already finely chopped this. So this is gonna give a bit of texture. I don't want to kind of blend this because I want to kind of bite and then taste that coriander. And for the three key ingredients that I normally use for my cooking, Malaysian cooking especially. So I have the onion. If you don't have onion, you can use shallots if you want to, and garlic. So ginger, garlic, 3 of garlic. So these are three key ingredients. And then for the spices, I have here coriander, okay, and then turmeric, ground turmeric, and also ground cumin. So 3 spices. And today, because I went to the farmer's market, I have this Himalayan salt, beautiful Himalayan salt. Okay, it's
look. Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then there's a huge store selling all the spices, and I went crazy like, for all the spices just stock up in my kitchen. So that's what I'm going to be using. And also have here cinnamon, yeah. And then for a bit of the vegetables, for the colorful, make it nice and colorful, I'm going to use a tomato. So because of small tomatoes, I'm just going to use 3. And again, the recipe for this is going to be out in my newsletter that's going out next week. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, go to my website, normamusa.com, and then you'll see like a button for you to join the newsletter. Okay. So I have about a few thousand people following, so they still like me. So they still be following for like a few years. Good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to chop these 3 key ingredients. Let me just point the camera to the chopping board like that. You can see better. And here, maybe just down here a bit. So I'm just going to cut the onion into just big chunks because I'm just going to use a hand stick blender. And then garlic here. Okay, so see, I'm trying to be smart here using like a it's like a jar from I think this one is from pickle. So because I've lost I think the plastic that container I used for the hand stick blender is broken. And then I'm just gonna use the hand stick blender.
Oh, that's okay. That's a good idea.
So it's not going to create a mess.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, that's a great tip.
Sorry, while actually
so Norman, you actually don't need a massive kitchen machine for chopping your onions.
Yes.
You can do it with
I mean, if you don't have hand stick blender, you can always just like finely chop all these ingredients. Yeah. So again, that's going to take a bit of time. But before I supposed to do that, I'm supposed to kind of marinate this chicken bit. Well, when I say marinate, it's not like marinate for a long time, so it's like a few minutes only. So I have here turmeric, turmeric powder, ground turmeric. So in the recipe, it's about 1 teaspoon. I'm going to add just half teaspoon, right? And here I have fish sauce. Okay, so fish sauce here. Sorry, this level.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get like a 2 teaspoon. So that's a bit more. Okay. So you get a bit of a saltiness to it. And I'm going to get a bit of a coriander. Just get about like a 2 teaspoon.
And that's chopped coriander?
Yeah, chopped coriander. And then just give it a good mix.
Oh, nice. And you just mix that. You don't have to put it like, let it soak or leave it in the fridge for long?
No. Well, this one is just like for a few minutes only. Yeah. So just to get the saltiness from the fish sauce kind of absorbed, and also the flavor from the turmeric and also coriander as well. Yeah. because again we're gonna do the sauce after this for this dish. So just gonna put that aside first, and I'm gonna continue with my blended ingredients. Okay, this should be okay now.
So it's become like a mousse.
Yeah.
Like
well, it's not really kind of like I didn't put any. The beauty about using the hand stick blender, right? You don't have to add like a liquid. When I say liquid, it's water. Or some people like add oil and all that, which I totally completely against with.
Right. Yeah. True, because they needs to catch.
Yeah, that's it. So and then with this, you just like blend everything, and you can see like it become like a paste like this. Yeah. So just there you go.
So that's how you really combine the flavors, the onion and the garlic.
It is, yeah. So right here, I have kind of like the oil that I used to fry the half of the onion. So in total, it's like I used the whole onion and I cut into half. Half of the onion went to this paste, okay?
Yeah.
And then another half I fried with the vegetable oil, okay? So just give this caramelized kind of onion.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah. And then when I fry this,
are they red onions or normal?
No, just a normal white onion. You can use red onion as well. Yeah. So and then so the remaining oil, right, I have here. So I'm just gonna. So you can use this, yeah. So you didn't have to discard this to throw away, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the heat on. I still have gas here, which is good. We just,
I love gas. Yeah, it just makes cooking easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's always best if you cook curries like gas.
Yeah.
It's always the best actually. Just clean this bit. Okay, so let's put this. I think next week probably get like a bigger saucepan so everyone can see. I'll probably have to bring to the YouTube and Facebook camera later.
That's good. You've
so
got a great view.
What's that? You got
it's a good view. I can see perfectly.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the cinnamon. Okay, just put the cinnamon in just to infuse the oil. Just get all the ingredients ready. This is a good idea, isn't it, to use a jar like this?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I will
if you got any leftover, yeah, you can just keep it in the fridge. Yeah, so.
Oh, you can keep it? How long?
Yeah, you can. Well, the thing is with some garlic, it can turn to green or blue. Okay, so I will put. Well, you can always freeze this. That's what you can do. Okay, if you're gonna freeze this, not in the jar, but put in the ice cube tray. So one ice cube is about 1 tablespoon. That's what you can do. Yeah.
Very good.
So I can see that the oil kind of is sizzling now. So just turn that a bit. So I'm gonna start with this.
Sizzle.
Yep, that's important. And again, I don't like to use too much oil in my cooking.
Oh, and I bet it starts smelling really nice now in your place.
So
I love the smell of onions and garlic fried together.
Yeah, actually, it's good. And then, of course, ginger is very good as well for you, right?
Yeah. Perfect combination.
I'm cooking this for my friend actually, and then he doesn't like chili. So if it's my kind of like a dish, I would add in like a green chilies I would chop together with this coriander. That's again for anyone who likes spicy, because he's allergic to chili, so I don't want to mess around with his food.
No.
So just saute these 3 ingredients, right? About like a couple of minutes. And then after that, we're going to start cooking these chicken pieces, yeah? So chicken is about 500 grams, okay? So again, for 2 people, this is a portion enough for 2 people. So you
Okay.
need about between 400 to 500 grams. And my preference is always use chicken on chicken thigh, boneless
Okay.
chicken thigh. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot quicker to cook.
Yes, more tasty, yeah?
Yeah, that's very good as well. Okay, so now I'm just gonna push all these ingredients to a side, and I'm gonna fry. Put the chicken in. Yeah.
Yeah. But you haven't added any extra oil or so, huh? So you just
No.
Yeah.
Because the oil, like from the remaining oil just now, so I'm just gonna just use that. And again, there's a lot of juice coming out from chicken, so that's what you're gonna see. That's gonna create a beautiful sauce. Yeah. So you can mix all this blended oil ingredients together with chicken, and now I'm gonna add in. Let me just get another bowl. So remember these ground spices that we have, yeah? So I'm gonna put in a bowl and mix with a bit of water. It's about 100 ml.
Ah.
Okay. Give a good mix. Okay, and then let me see. They can't see. Fine. Okay. Start stirring it.
Nice.
Okay.
So you added the flavor now on 2 levels. First by letting it sit in the marinade, and then you added now
the rest of
water.
the ingredients. Yeah, with water
I see.
as well. And then now I'm gonna just season just a tiny bit of salt because we already got the fish sauce earlier.
Yeah.
So because I'm so glad I bought this Himalayan salt because it's so nice and pretty. So I'm just gonna use only half teaspoon first. Okay. So again, you can always just check if it's not salty enough, not seasoned enough. So you can just do that. Okay.
Right.
And at the same time, while this kind of like sealing, what the process we call it sealing the seal, that means like just half cook. I'm just gonna squeeze the lime.
I love lime. It's a really nice taste.
Give the sourness to it, because we're gonna get sourness from the tomato as well. Okay. Let me bring my laptop here so you can see it better. Yeah. Okay. So you can see that the juice from chicken start coming out now. And I'm gonna cut while waiting for this. I'm gonna cut the tomato. I'm gonna quarter this tomato.
Okay. How long does chicken take to be?
Normally it's about like well, it should be less than 10 minutes. It's about half cooked now. So I know we've got 7 minutes left.
Yeah, because
but,
I always wonder with chicken, you have to be super careful that it is well cooked.
Yeah. Normally, if I bake the chicken at 180 degrees, I will bake between 30 to 40 minutes. 40 minutes is max anyway, yeah? Especially with chicken thigh. And then for cooking, normally it's about like a 15 minutes or so.
15 minutes, okay. Yeah. But you have high heat on that?
Yeah, depending the size, the cut size as well. So I'm just going to put...
Right. Now you add some more water?
Yeah, to create the sauce for it. And now we're going to put on blast, like a high heat.
Right.
And then once the chicken is cooked, right, it shouldn't take long. We're probably going to stretch a bit in terms of time here because we're probably going to finish. It's like maybe about 3:40 or something. Are you okay with that? Yeah. So I'm sure everyone's okay with that.
No problem.
Okay. Because we were too busy chatting earlier. So, okay, let's read out the comments that we have. Francis here, and then Marvin from Breda, just say hello. He said hello to Sandy, not to us. How come?
Yeah, I didn't see any new comments
well,
coming in.
in case anyone wondering, who is Sandy? Sandy is my sister, my PA. So she's
Yes.
busy with technical bits and all that. And Nora, you've got lots of loves here from all the viewers.
Yeah, I can
see that.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Hearts. Wonderful.
Yeah. And Francis say that I'm definitely going to pinch a glass jar idea. Really smart. Yeah. So I think that's the best way. So you can see that the yellow from Chile.
Yeah. Oh, Norman, I just realized I now can see. I didn't see. I only saw the comments on Instagram.
Oh.
Not on YouTube.
Oh,
Facebook.
you can't see on Instagram. Yeah, so you can see from on the Facebook. Okay.
I'll have to pay more attention. But I'm mesmerized by your cooking because I'm not so good in adding spices. I'm very plain, no ingredients.
That's why from the.
I'll put a very nice comment. Lila's looking at me, smiling. Aww, that's very sweet. Thank you, Lila.
Yeah, Lila. Well, I call her Kat Lila. That means it's a respect because she's like a sister. And then actually she had her own TV show in Malaysia before. She was very famous back in the 80s. Yeah, she was like she was my idol. Well, she is my idol still. She's not my boss, but she's still my idol. She's very kind of eloquent, like you, not like me, all over the place when I start speaking this. she's very kind of she's in everyone's like watching TV. It's like every time. Oh, sorry. That's Sandy anyway. Just like getting to
and Setke is saying salam chef, yummy.
Walaikum salam.
So and we've got a hello from Cape Town, from Nazreen Sally, Cape Town. Yes.
While everyone's watching, I just want to quickly remind, just waiting for this chicken to cook, about my travel cook eat show. So this is like a virtual travel and cooking demo. So we combine together. We're going to Malacca, Malaysia this Saturday. In fact, Nora, I'm going to give you the link if you've got time to watch on Saturday. Feel free to watch with your family. Or you can always watch another time because it's you can watch a recorded version. That's a 1 hour and 45 minutes show. And then some people choose to cook along with me. And we're going live to Malaysia and then to Malacca. So people can just go and watch the show. And then be interactive like we're doing today. Yeah. So, but
I'll definitely be watching.
With that one, unfortunately, not unfortunately, like there's a ticket for that because we giving out some contribution to the travel host that we have for the show as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Looks like the chicken is. You can see that because I cut into small pieces.
Can I have some?
Of course you can. I can have your spinach wrap as well. Yeah.
Oh, can you pull me right here? I'm getting really hungry now.
Add in the coriander.
Yeah. And I see you really chop the coriander quite finely. I usually use it more rough, but I guess the taste becomes more flavorful, or.
Yeah, it's like a really small flavor actually to this.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll start doing that too.
I'm gonna add in the tomato as well. So tomato is going in. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna wait for like 2 to 3 minutes, get the tomato kind of wilted, and I'm gonna have a bit of a taste, see whether everything's okay. It's nice and colorful. I'm gonna bring the from here. You can see that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, the tomato makes it really pretty.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna have a bit of a taste, see whether the taste is okay. See, I have a chili flakes here, which I'm gonna garnish on top for the photography after this.
Ooh,
I'm gonna give to my friend. I'm gonna keep it aside.
But that's a good way of cooking for many people and different tastes, don't you? You leave the like add-ons on the side.
I'm always get scared like if there's any allergies because for me who had the restaurant before, if anyone's like allergy, that's a big responsibility for the chef.
Yes, correct. And tasty? Not too bad.
Very good. That's a balance. Not too bad. It can be better. No, actually, it's really good. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow, that's good.
It looks gorgeous. And I imagine the smell of it as well. So
yeah, Sandy's gonna have this for sure. I'm just have to cook the rice. She already put her hands up. So let's bring the camera again here so you can see it better.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna try to bring this camera here as well, see if I can see better here. Okay.
And Sweet Spice Kitchen says hi from Malaysia.
We have so many people watching from Malaysia. That's great, isn't it?
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, and then see whether we have anyone watching from New York or
New York. Yeah.
Yeah, last time we had someone calling watching from Jersey.
Oh right. So any more international people around?
Yeah, so we have
Malaysia watching from again.
Town. There's a lot watching from Malaysia, Netherlands, and from UK.
Okay. Yeah. So
let's like peace. Well, ideally, what I would love to do is like with this dish, I will leave it slightly longer for maybe another 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna serve this now so everyone can see what the dish looks like. Let's grab this bowl. I've lost my pretty bowl now. One sec, I just can't find it.
What are you looking for, Norman?
My pretty bowl.
Your pretty bowl. Okay.
Here you go, I found it.
Oh, I want to see your pretty bowl.
Here you go.
That is a very pretty bowl.
Okay, so that's what's a pretty bowl. Right, I'll just wipe this a bit.
Beautiful.
So now I'm just gonna scoop this out.
Yeah.
So
and will you serve this dish with, are you serving this dish with rice?
With rice, you can have it with noodles if you want to as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no restriction. You can have it
or
with
just
bread.
On its own plain as well. I'm sure that will taste great.
Yeah. So that.
Wonderful.
So I'm just gonna finish off with this the fried.
What are these? Oh, the onions. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
The one that we, the one that I did fried at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just put this aside. And maybe a bit more coriander on top.
Beautiful.
And
for decoration, you leave the leaves intact, huh? Yes.
Yeah. So just pick the leaf and then.
Beautiful.
Okay. Oh wow! So we just gone over like 2 minutes. It's fine. Okay, so that's okay.
Look! I haven't eaten them yet.
So, are you gonna try your wrap? Do you want to try it?
I will.
I'll try mine. What's gonna be? Sandy, can you bring so on the YouTube? Sorry, can you?
Yeah.
Let's bring up the screen for Nora. Okay, there you go, so everyone can see.
There you go.
Like America.
Because she was so great, diverting my attention to.
Yeah.
So we're having
enjoy. Okay.
With salmon and
vegetables. For drink.
Enjoy.
Okay. So it's makkelijk.
It's makkelijk.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's hot. Okay, but that was really good actually. I'm impressed as well. Like one tomato. Wow. Okay, it's my turn now to have all the loves and likes from all the viewers. Let's see whether we got any left. Francis just say it's Marco. Nazrin says this picture really does speak 1,000 words. I can almost smell. Thank you so much, Nazrin. Yep. So yeah, I didn't get any love or likes, so nobody likes me, unfortunately. Oh, there you go. It's just coming in.
You're getting lots of love.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Cik D just say that wow, sedap. Sedap means delicious in Malay.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Say
let's see
that.
what other comments.
Well, how do you say thank you in Malaysian?
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
That's it. That's well done. Yeah.
Terima kasih.
That's it. Well done. And then so terima kasih, that means dankjewel. And then for alsjeblieft, you call it sama-sama, which is easier. Sama-sama.
Sama-sama. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Sama-sama.
So I'm going to say to you, well, towards the end, I'm going to say to you terima kasih. You're going to say sama-sama, okay? Or you can say terima kasih as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, thank you very much for everyone's watching us cooking. So I hope everyone's having a good time. Again, if you want to get the recipe from Nora, you can go to the website. What's the website again, Nora?
My website is norafrench.com or norafrench.nl. And of course, I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and recipe is online.
Please follow Nora because she inspires so many people with healthy eating and all that. Yeah, so do and then of course get into the competition because you can win her signed cookbook as well. So that's very important. So you have a week.
So we have a week from today. A week from today. Make my my spinach egg wrap. Post a picture on Instagram. Tag me, and we will pick the winners in a week's time. And you'll get a set. You get a cookbook, and even if you live in Malaysia or anywhere else in the world, I'll send it to you.
So that opens for everyone around the world. Yeah.
Of course.
Great. Good. So that's what we want to hear. So so that means like a Thursday next week. So Nora's gonna announce on a social media. So the winner for. So it's not one but three, right?
3 cookbooks, yes.
Wow. Okay.
In Dutch though, so you'll have to use your Google Translate as we say, or or just enjoy the pictures.
Yeah.
All my recipes all my cookbooks have a picture next to them, so people can see what they are cooking.
If they have any questions, I'm sure they can always ask you anytime, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to be back again next week with another good friend from UK, from Newcastle upon Tyne, Graham. Graham Fox. Okay. So his social media is Ravenous Fox. Again, at the same time, 2:30 in the afternoon. So he's going to cook the sea bass dish. So if you got time next week, Nora America, and then you can just watch it.
I'll be there, definitely.
So and then I've already lined up with all the friends in April. We're going to be cooking with me as well, and hopefully you're going to come back in May, maybe.
Yes, let's do it. I had so much fun today. We can make it a running show.
Good. So
very happy to be here.
Yeah, so we're gonna say goodbye now to everyone, and thanks again for watching. Thanks, Marika, for joining us as well. To taste the food.
And we'll just finish our lunch now. Enjoy your chicken, Norman.
Thank you. Sandy's gonna enjoy it as well, so I'll make sure that she shares.
Say hi to Sandy again.
Is there anything that you want to say to the viewers watching before you go?
Yeah, well, I would like to thank the viewers for watching. I hope they enjoyed our little demo. And I hope everyone will make the very delicious dishes that we created today and give feedback, because, food is there to be enjoyed and improved. And I'd love to hear from everybody.
Let's do that. So let's create a noise. And if you're watching from Facebook, you can always just share this again. So share with your friends on Facebook. So we're going to say goodbye now. Thank you for watching. Thanks for spending, I think, about 70 minutes with us, chatting all over. But again, I hope you've learned a lot from us. So bye for now. And terima kasih, Nora.
Bye-bye. Sama-sama.
Well done. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.